I am feeling so much better and more excited for this competition than I have for a lot of the other ones. This cut, we actually went down to 242 before we did the water cut, so I'm actually a little bit lighter, a little bit leaner, and it just made the cut super nice. I'm feeling a little bit more energetic than I usually am. Surprisingly, yesterday I just couldn't like get all the food in because it just kind of felt like too much and I had to pace myself. But we're doing pretty good on the water cut too. We are at 233.5 this morning, so we've only got, a little over 2 pounds to drop, which isn't bad. And yeah, right now for the competition, the biggest thing is just getting through day one. But the issue with getting through day one is I tweaked my back like right before the competition started, so we've just kind of been in recovery mode. I think I'm fully recovered now, but we'll have to see, and I can only do what I can do. I will say this, I'm curious to see how the arm over arm pull goes, because it's going to be like a wench kind of type situation where we're like ratcheting up and pulling up a device on a tower and it locks in. So I'm curious to see how that feels, because I've just been pulling with a rope and a tire, and it's similar where you can't necessarily carry the momentum because the tire just has enough friction to stop when it's on its side. But that's the thing that I'm most curious about. But I think that might be a day 2 event. So the biggest things that we got to focus on is that, it is a day 2 event. We got to focus on the axle overhead, the frame carry, and the sandbag mentally. Got off the phone with CJ Kraus not too terribly long ago, and he just kind of was checking in to see how the cut was going and how the food is going, and this seems to be going really good. It's nice to be at a lower body weight before doing the cut, because now it seems like we're just kind of coasting into the actual weigh-in, which has led to such a boost in energy, even for traveling. A lot of last trip we went to the UK to go pull that deadlift. I don't want to call it jet lag because I don't think it was jet lag, but man, there was just tiredness from just travel on top of cutting, and it just sapped away so much energy. But I'm feeling super energized now. It also probably helps that I took a 5-hour energy shot, so we're feeling real good, and I'm just excited to keep the road cruising. Now that we've been going through a lot of northern New Mexico, it has been just beautiful across all the different landscapes. So just super excited to go and compete now, because I don't know, a lot of people are saying some positive things to kind of get me gassed up, and I'm feeling a little bit more confident, even though I was wavering a little bit this morning when I woke up, just thinking about how training had been going up until this point. We're going to the creperie after weigh-ins. I'm so excited. I don't know why I have this much energy. I'm already at weight. Didn't need to do any sweating or anything like that. I guess it was just cutting before it, and we're not necessarily going to be cramming all the food in, but we're just going to try to hit macros for the most part today. So I don't know why I'm just so happy. In at 104.5, so we are good. Just honestly kind of sipping the electrolytes right now, getting in line to get a shirt, and then we're gonna go get some grapes. Post weigh-ins, just kind of enjoying drinking all of the different things. Ate some strawberries, ate some rice cakes with jelly, absolutely delicious, and going to eat our first meal of crepes. Super excited to eat those. Just love crepes, favorite thing in the world. Can't get over how good all of the crepes are. And honestly, just after tweaking my back a few weeks ago, I'm surprised at how good I actually feel going into this. I don't think I'm gonna try to like move or itch my back too terribly much more at this point. But as of right now, we're like I feel like it's just time. It's time to go compete. Time to hopefully put on like a really good show. Got to make it through day one, and then after that, I think we can get some real fireworks going. So, cheers. I am a little sad that there's a lot of people that have pulled out of the show. Good friends, and it just kind of sucks. And not necessarily knowing because the roster wasn't updated, but at the same point in time, I kind of understand that there's a lot of work to be done for the show. But it would have been nice to just know who's there and who's not. But saw a bunch of like friends and competitors, and it feels weird that everyone's just like, no, you're gonna win this show, and I'm like, I'm not that confident. Like, I didn't like, I kind of goofed my training there at the very, very, very end, and it's got 2 overhead presses, but everyone just has this confidence in me, and I kind of have to prove them right.
Yeah, we just finished up eating a bit of a late lunch, and apparently Strongman need more food.
Calories. Carbs. Carbohydrates specifically. I guess it's time to get breakfast and get going down to the show.
Can you breathe?
I can breathe. I'm really tired. My overhead wasn't the thing that killed me, it was my conditioning. And I just got gassed out at about the 3rd rep. And I just couldn't push as quickly or as hard. Especially because I was being really cautious. I had a belt warning partway through and made sure that I got it over every time after that. So it took a little bit more energy to do that. And we got 5 right on the whistle. Jerry was really cool because it was literally locked out at that 5, or at the whistle blow. But I also took my time to get that last rep. So I'm not too upset. I think that was pretty good considering I was just gassed.
Meet you, by the way. David. Good. All right. Yeah, I think it's just a superficial knot on the head, and I'm thankful for that. So.
Yeah, no, I'll probably just be wearing like a bandage on my head.
Yeah, right. Too easy. Right. Awesome. I hope you get better, pal.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm fine. I'm just tired.
Good deal.
I couldn't pick up speed. I kept trying to go faster.
That doesn't matter how you feel.
Oh, I'm fine. Tired, I'm fine.
You look gnarly. You know.
Oh yeah, no, like I had to tell the staff, hold on, let me finish. And that hold on, let me finish, I'm gonna say that might have been the difference between 1 or 2 places. I'm just gonna kind of get you. Oh, I forgot about the wheel down there, thank you. But yeah, I think that was the difference. I need to learn the lesson now that it's better to be slow and steady than it is to like speed it through, but you looked fairly quick on yours. So.
Slow and smooth as fast. I was in control of my speed because I trained that. I was running those times to train.
I couldn't quite control the frame. They kept on like diving on me, which is why I could pick it up, not have an issue with it. But yeah, I just didn't have control of the frame. And it was just different. And I didn't notice it until the end. What?
You learned a lesson today.
Yeah, I did.
Get ready, get healthy, and keep saving myself.
Yeah, we got same thing.
Yeah, you're
Oh, I unless they tell me I can't, I'm going for it.
And pushed through a yoke run that I shouldn't have, and then afterwards I'm like, my back hurts. So it is what it is, but I recovered. I'm at least competing, because that was a thought, like pulling out. But I can tell I'm not quite at that elevated state. This was like, right now I'm feeling at a level of, oh, I literally just decided to do a competition on the weekend, which sucks, but at least I'm there.
I'm like, what did I say to piss this one off?
Apparently I made it to day 2 though, so
Congratulations, that's awesome. How do you feel about tomorrow?
It's going to be so close. Things get better for me as the weekend goes on. Honestly, I wish qualifiers had deadlifts because that's literally the thing I'm the best at.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, buddy. But it's probably better that it's in the finals because now it has more impact, which is good.
Don't they reorder us based off of just taking out the other whatever people?
Yeah, but your score for final events will be magnified because
Stuff right now. Walk in. I don't know if we might check out the expo before we actually go get some food, but it's definitely food time, recovery time, and just really doing much of nothing because we really need to be recovering right now for reasons. Yeah, so I decided to take like a little bit of a gamble because the 280 felt really good. I barely just didn't push through my sticking point. Had I pushed a little bit more, I would have gotten it on that first jump, but I knew it wasn't worth it to keep fighting and like tire myself out more than I already am, so we just called it there at 280, which we're still at the bottom of the board, but at the very least we didn't zero, and that's the more important thing. So it is what it is, but I don't know. This was just kind of a rushed call on my part. So middleweight men came out and they did really good, like really good. I finished at about 38 seconds, and the top times were in that like mid to high 28s. And honestly, they just killed it. I might have done really well on the yoke, but the arm over arm was just exceptional, and it seems like a lot of the guys that are here have just improved significantly since the last time I've seen them, so, you know, hats off to them. Wife and I both pretty tired. We just got lunch. We've not been recording our meals or anything like that just because it hasn't been anything too spectacular. We've been mostly just kind of going to chains, so nothing of note in general. But yeah, now it's just rest times because we're both a little bit tired. I think as long as if I rest now, I'll be totally fine tomorrow morning, just like I was this morning. But yeah, honestly, today was just kind of, I swung for the fences and missed on the overhead, and then I need to figure out how to get better at arm over arm. I think that's really like what it comes down to, because even if I did that's the wild thing, even if I did my best, everyone was so good today that I still would have been like fighting in that top pack of like 5 probably, with how fast everyone was moving on the yoke into the arm over arm. It's just everyone else did the arm over arm faster, even if my yoke was on the faster side, but we were all within that like sub 10 seconds. So we'll have to just rest and get ready for tomorrow. So, the morning was a little bit tight as far as what was going on, so didn't really get a chance to message coaches or anything like that. But I just went out and executed. I lost count of my reps when I was doing them, so I had to ask how many I did. It's at 9, and I'm like, I had to go into double digits to make sure that no one would really catch me. So I was like, okay, we'll do 10. Did 10 once I had heard it, and then, yeah, that took a decent amount of energy out of me. Didn't really have too much more after that, probably like 1 or 2 more if I had to, but, you know, it's day 3, a lot of stuff going on, and going on early, you have to put out. Just gonna recover, chat a little bit, and see how it goes. Alright, so just finished the Stone event.
I just had fun. That's really what it comes down to. I'm glad Gabe and I were the only two to like finish it. Unfortunately, Gabe beat my time, and I just stumbled way too hard on my like Atlas Stone like pick. I just couldn't quite find the center on that last one. Shirt was kind of like throwing me off a bit, but we'll fix that for next time. I tried to tie it off as best as I could before going in, but
you lost it specifically after the second one. I watched it fly off.
Oh, and it ripped pretty hard. But you know, we got the oodles and oodles of strength, so we were good to go. And now we just see how the points like shake out. I think I ended up like mid-pack, which isn't bad.
Christopher Otero.
Any final thoughts now that we've said goodbye to the other competitors and stuff and are just gonna get some food at the expo?
I mean, we'll probably have more final thoughts in the car, if I'm being really honest, when we like think about it. And now that I can look at the score sheet and see specifically what happened event by event, because I was following coach's instructions and not looking at stuff, I just kind of had a vague idea of most things, and every event was basically just kick butt as best as I can. Main thoughts are just I enjoy spending my time with all these strongmen. Everyone just is so kind and friendly, and I don't think I've ever met a community or group that's just this good. And that's probably been the best thing of this weekend. Aside from, I did have fun on the stones, even though I got second. Hi, we're tired. We're gonna go get the wife, aka the Jessies, the foods. Maybe husband gets snack too. We'll see. Alright, I'm doing all my beepies and boobies. So for now, let's check out Buc-ee's.
This is surprisingly our first time going to one.
Yeah, somehow we missed it on like both of our Texas trips, which is way more interesting. Also, the sun's so bright I can't see.
Get sunglasses like your wife.
No.
Okay, so thoughts on the show just in general, as a whole, overall. Kind of wild how well the first day ran, considering how few volunteers there were. I think there was like 200 people total across the 4 different classes. I mean, a lot of people did drop out, but there's still a not insignificant amount of people. And day 1 was where they had the fewest amount of volunteers. Like, they were able to cycle us all through the different events fairly quickly. They made decisions that made sense, because I think they put us down to 3 lanes to keep things moving at the same time too, because there was, I think, between the 2 women's classes were equal to the lightweight men and heavyweight men divisions. And I think, yeah, our 2 divisions were equal to everything else, because I don't think there was too many people like cycled out afterwards, so we were able to like all group and go through all of the events like that. The equipment was very nice. Like, it was great to touch. It felt very professional, very clean, very nice. Like, I can't use any other word but nice. Like, most of the stuff was Rogue stuff, and generally, like, Rogue is kind of like the bougie lifting equipment. It was just good stuff to lift on. And the volunteers were very nice and got us, like, again, they got us through really well the first day, and then the last 2 days were pretty easy move-ins for all of them. But I don't know if it helped that they were somewhat prepared for the pro show afterwards, because they had they legitimately had like forklifts to like move like the weights on top of other like traditional stuff like dollies and things like that to keep all of the weights and things moving. They were willing to help us in the back. It was just a well-run show. Snack tables were pretty cool to have. with everything like prepared for water. We were just good to go. So now we kind of lick our wounds and get ready for OSG. There's a lot of training and practice that needs to be done. Really need to get my log up and going for that. Need to do circus dumbbell for the first time ever. So that's going to take a lot of like training and practice, and then figuring out how to get frame a little bit better, and then probably some goofy stuff to get like natural stone practice, because who knows how big the natural stones are, the unnatural natural stones are going to be, because it's just going to be an awkward like front carry and load, and this is the first time I think we haven't had Atlas stones for a finish at OSG, so it'll be interesting. But those are just generally my thoughts of the Shaw, or at least my performance. Just small review over what I like, just kind of feel more than exactly think or have looked at, because we are on the drive and we are, you know, just have time to like give these thoughts.